Hey guys, oh man, just got back from vacation and already have to deal with this stuff here. And yeah, I'm 47 years old now and I really have to deal with stuff like this. Sometimes I deal with people like that who really haven't accomplished anything in life yet. Nothing. We're really talking about nothing. The only thing they're proud of is that they've been to jail, that they've been to jail multiple times. The only thing that says about us that if you've been to jail multiple times is that you were terrible at your job as a gangster and criminal. Period. But that's not really the point today. There will be something more detailed about that later. Fernando S., there will be something really detailed coming up. I can only keep mentioning the RTL documentary here in advance. There are a lot of things going on in the background. And I can say that anyone who gives Fernando S. a platform, no matter if it's his partner at Harley's Unterlungen, Ben, the coach, I can only say they are helpers. In this scheme of repeatedly deceiving women in the worst way, Fernando S., as a fraudster, as a serious fraudster, has spent a long time in prison. He also had the right to change, but as it now shows, he is said to have deceived women again, and in some cases tried to push them into prostitution. Of course, the presumption of innocence applies here. That is a matter for the rule of law. But you have to say it, especially Fernando couldn't leave anything out, especially mentioning Kasra and me everywhere on a regular basis. And during that time, we sat by the river and just waited for the shots of Fernando's life to eventually float past us. Sometimes you just have to be patient. But guys, today, is this actually okay today? The question I'm asking myself is there someone else? And I have to say, Janis, Ekart. Really big Schlaffer also made a video once. Good evening. Philip Schlaffer or Philip Schlaffer. And he ranted about me there and got 90,000 clicks with it. And I want to say this, for my companies, my life, whether it's with the nonprofit organization or the companies I run, it has never had any impact that criminals have talked about me. What you don't understand is that your life takes place in a bubble. You still live outside of society and you cater to an audience outside of this society, many. And Janez, who this is about now. I kept this clip because it was their birthday. Here you see Fernando, and that's a buddy, friend, pal, acquaintance of Janis, whom we'll see in a moment. Whether they still are or not, that's actually something Janis should clarify. And currently, it's like this. According to research, Fernando S., as I said, he cheated on women again and tried to push them into that position. In one case, it allegedly occurred at a party, possibly like or even at this one. It reportedly happened during a reading with records supporting this. A woman who also wrote a book was present at Janis Ekart's reading. Was Fernando S. supposed to be there, and did she see him? This woman, I won't mention her name, she even theoretically confirmed it to me in an email. And Fernando S. is said to have influenced her at this event for so long, persuaded her. And those were the first steps to lead this woman into a scam, into a fraud, to take her money. And this woman in question was also supposed to be pushed into prostitution later on. That happened at an event with this Janis Ekart, I don't know, some time ago. He's been trying to start a non-profit organization for 4 years, I think. He somehow managed to do it about 1.5 years ago. I'm surprised it takes about 2 years to set up a non-profit, with many things that can go wrong or little enthusiasm. And he is the managing director or even the first chairman of this non-profit organization. We can finally experience love, and I have to say it. I would have even admitted that Janez runs a non-profit for animal welfare. Still, he is a misanthrope, a hater of people. Not everyone has to be a philanthropist, but his hatred of people sometimes goes way too far for me. But basically, okay, can someone decide that for themselves? And could he have started this non-profit organization? And that would have even been worth supporting. Of course, it's not moving forward because he's in a bubble where everyone only talks about it. Yeah, we help and we do things and we take action, but that's just how it is, of course. You don't involve society which supports and carries out such projects differently. And that's just how it is, I'd say. From someone who is now almost 60, I'd say the project is almost doomed to fail. That's not the point for me. I'd actually be happy for him if he did it. But now you have to imagine that he would start a non-profit organization focused on animal welfare. My dogs are barking right now, so it's supposed to be about animal welfare. He was even invited to a school in Überlingen for prevention purposes. Just imagine that. So the school should actually be dragged into the public eye because there are so many statements from somehow whether this man is still celebrating his brutality. Just now in the latest video with Tim Gable, is that really glorifying it? He says at the end he shows zero remorse. He only regrets forcing women into prostitution and exploiting them. He has no other regrets. All right. But at this event, Fernando, when Janis hired this guy, Fernando is said to have posed with that woman there. After a certain amount of time, this woman is said to have approached Janis as well. So he had known about it for quite some time, for a long time. He neither intervened there, to our knowledge, didn't make it public, and he didn't put a stop to Fernando S's actions. He sits down there. In the latest video, he said he regrets having pushed women into prostitution himself and having exploited them there. That's what he says. And at one of his events, is his buddy there? He flirts with a woman and tries to involve her in the red light scene, so she turns to Janis for help. And what does Janis do? He says, "So be it. So be it." Can you imagine that? Did he really say that? Yes, then you have to report Fernando. That's what we know so far. I'm willing to fight through all these documents and everything in court to bring it all before the court and show it. And Janis, 2 years ago, Good evening, Philipp Schlaffe. You challenged me, didn't you? And, there are a lot of people on the internet who just back down or something, I put my energy into projects that bring me value, and these projects don't bring me any value. Honestly, I didn't want to take this alternative path since I even wished it for you. But the questions I'm asking you are, did that happen at the reading, yes or no? Since when did you know about this woman, that Fernando was planning to seriously cheat on her? Since when did you know that she was supposed to be forced into prostitution? What advice did you give this woman? Did you support her? You were also in contact with her? She reached out to you? And what is your relationship with Fernando Schiffer? Do you justify things, even lies? These two women in the RTL documentary, other things that are documented, WhatsApp chats and so on, you're not allowed to show those here. But soon a lot will be freely quoted from these messages. And now it's up to you to clear this up here. You can go ahead on the internet, you can do your thing. I know the way you talk on the internet. That's a level I would never stoop to. But you can't just sit down in a non-profit organization in a society that, an organization that later also brings tax benefits to people that can be supported by foundations, projects, and so on. You can't just hang out in the background with people who are themselves involved in pushing others into prostitution. We gathered many photos, including ones of you in poses you still do, with people in your photos who are part of criminal groups and so on. That clashes a bit, and it regularly makes me angry, because these people could do their thing, but then they shouldn't try to have it both ways. Dance your dance, do your criminal thing, yeah, or say you're out and you want to be straight. One or the other. And do you all know what you're all confusing? Being straight means taking the legal, proper path. What you're doing, you're living in the fog. And the funny things that Fernando said, we'll get to those. He did a bit of name dropping, like when he blackmailed the woman, which names he mentioned. From Frankfurt, Hamburg, and elsewhere, women fear for Fernando since he's being threatened by powerful people. Janis, is it your turn to take a stand now? Then I'm happy to correct this video. I'll take things back, but a clarification in this area, like how you are here at this event. Well, that's really the least you owe your community. The people who bought your book, the people who donated money to you, the people you hang out with. Shouldn't it be important to you to immediately pick up your phone and make a statement about this? You can talk trash about Kassler and me all you want. Snitch, rat, tattletale, and so on. We're proud to have left that life behind. We're proud to have cleaned that up. And you can do that personally, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I can't even tell you how uninteresting that is to me. But from your actions and from the actions of Fernando S., new victims have emerged here. And you use YouTube for that, to exploit women again, to deceive them again, to get money again, to push them into prostitution again. Then to go on other podcasts and say, yes, I regret that, but nothing else. It was like someone had a knife to their throat. I knocked him out, and honestly, I don't know what to say. Here's the process. Everything is collected here, and you know who's involved. That's our advantage. You get dangerous half knowledge, and just like Casa did, I will take every half truth, every insult that comes up to court and so on. You don't want that. You don't want that. You're so street. Oh dear. All right. So just straight from the emotion. Janez, Ekart, now it's your turn. What role did you play? You can clarify it. Silence is also an answer. I think everyone can interpret that correctly. Thanks to all supporters. Like, dislike, share, or comment as you wish. I feel sorry for both women. One was quickly broken, and I'm in touch with the other. Back then, I also forwarded the initial contact, so you can thank me for that too. Thanks, when I forwarded it. Really nicely destroyed people again, and these people talk about how they're straight. I'm looking forward to your answer. Fernando S., no one needs to hear anything from you anymore. You're done in every area. Bye, Cacao. No, ahoy! I always say that from the coast. Oh no, I wanted to. Come on, God, what did I forget here? Whoa.
Totally, he knocked Croatia out. In that sense, don't start with me. He does this crap every time.
Hatunara video. Oh, a gem. The Tatodara video is a gem. And the challenge is also Kazra. And I agree, no club that values itself, no matter the size. So the big four probably wouldn't even invite Fernando to an open house anymore. I highly recommend Tatodara's meeting with the Bandidos video, but that's not the point here.
You're right, sorry.
Accepted, brother.
That's how quickly it goes with brothers. You see, that's how quickly it goes with brothers. He's a genius, by the way, who are we?
Oh, now we're coming to. Oh, I have to give a little warning in advance. The gears are grinding. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sand, and there's a lot of sand in the works.
We are the main characters,
Here, this is Tim from 6 Schultzberg, so...
Then we have Janez Ekart here in my picture with his buddy Fernando.
So Fernando is taking a photo, I'll take over for a moment. That was all nonsense until now. Okay, now we're starting. So for weeks now, I haven't needed to log into my Instagram anymore. Why?
Oh, I feel so sorry for him. Such a lost little boy who just wants a bit of attention. From a 60-year-old failed rocker like Janis, and from Fernando, who got kicked out of every club he was in. But you shouldn't forget, right? We now have the documents about his court cases and all that. Guys, he was everywhere for a few months. Always just a bit of a prospect. And then with the Bandidos, there's that embarrassing video with Satadar. Unfortunately, it's all very, very embarrassing. But all of that will be examined in detail.
Because Fernando Schiffer and Kazna Z are causing problems. I can't and don't want to see them anymore. That's why I'm asking Fernando's community to comment. Leave Philip Schlaffer and Kazner Z alone. In that sense, yours truly, Fernando S. Yours truly, Fernando S.
I didn't notice anything that just happened because we were about to take the third photo. We stand there without a photographer, just staring at the empty space, wondering who's taking the picture.
Janis knew nothing about what happened to this woman. I'm curious about the right position.
He was like, up there, I look in and I say, there's no one standing there at all.
No matter what Janez claims, don't forget if he doesn't tell the truth. There are recorded chat logs here. You're not allowed to show them, but you can quote or reproduce them freely. We all want to be truthful, right, guys? One.
Oh, so he took the photo, so who's taking it now? Stop, just a moment. What are they talking about here?
Yes. The cameraman is good, or I'll replace him since we lack a good one.
Did you hear him? If the cameraman isn't good, I'll take him out.
The camera's bad too, I'll smash it.
Non-profit association, NE. Non-profit association, I know what they'll use against me from when Nazis attacked me at the bar. This video didn't hurt me. It actually helped and introduced me to Badikante, since it didn't lead to violence. And those are... right. I can't imagine that, you know, and I don't want to ruin it for him. I'm really giving you time to answer this. Then I'll correct what I'm doing. I'll take the right position. I will. We all want answers. What was your role? What did you know and when? And how do you feel about it now, Fernando?
Look now, still.
Look now, now I'm fed up, you know, right? Yeah, I know, put the camera away. They're fighting each other.
That's how funny the club is. The people are like that. He once rambled like that on Spiegel television, I think. Imagine that. He's nearly 60. That's what he's proud of. A Spiegel television line, he said. That's what he's proud of.
Take it, then we'll take a photo. Yeah.
But you're not filming in the Hall of Honor now, right? In the German Democratic Republic, things took a long time to appear on shelves.
Sorry, that really hurts me. All right, have fun digging things out. Have fun with the things you want to do with Kessler and me. You can go ahead and do that. We'll stay on the ball. But do a fact check beforehand, because I can promise you that, we'll set the lawyers on you. Here's to the rule of law. Now, for real. As always, I remain with an ahoy from the coast.